As a devil from the house of Gremry too, Rias is very kind and compassionate, especially to her servants and people close to her. She gets angry and violent whenever people insult her or her peerage, showing a fiery side to her. This also plays into the fact that she dislikes cruelty towards people, as shown with her disgust over Marius Tepes, who abused his own sister for his own benefit, and how she killed the fallen angels, such as Mitilt, Donasek, Kalawana, and Raina for their cruel treatment of Isay. She is proud of her family's name, but she does not like being seen as Rias of the Gremry family. The reason for her living in the human world, as revealed in Volume 2 of the novels, is because there everyone sees her as Rias, not as a devil or as the crimson-haired ruined princess. Due to this and the fact that the only men who showed interest in her were interested in her, due to being the heiress of the house of Gremry, Rias soured on the idea of finding a lover, until meeting and falling in love with Isay. She thinks of Isay as a special person and always gets jealous when girls are around him, becoming a totally different person when she sees him and other girls together, or when it comes to training. Despite her mature stature like a woman, Rias tends to act her true age and becomes frustrated whenever girls flirt with Isay. While Rias is usually calm and mature in most situations, she loses her mature aura and presence when she sees any girl, especially Akino, flirting with or seducing Isay. She enjoys teasing Isay and Asia from Volume 3 of the novels onward, but at the same time makes it clear to Asia or any girl that Isay is hers, and she does not want to share him at all. The Gremry family and their servants are beings with extraordinary affection among the devils, and Rias is no exception. She has no problem with showing Isay her breasts, or sleeping naked with him, which she always does according to her, and she claims she can't sleep without being nude or without Isay, despite being seductive like Akino. Both of the girls are still innocent to love, as both of them become their age whenever around Isay or on a date with him. After becoming Isay's girlfriend, Rias begins to show more confidence in her relationship with Isay, and is no longer jealous or angry when Isay is with other girls like she previously was, even accepting Isay's dream of having a harem and letting the girls have dates with him. However, Rias still shows some signs of jealousy, such as when Isay doesn't spend enough time with her, but still believes in him and loves him, due to being Isay's official girlfriend and later fiancée. The other girls acknowledge her as the legal wife, as she manages the other women who are in love with Isay. According to Ravel, the burden of Rias as the legal wife is greater than the burden of Isay, as she has to manage the girls' maidenly feelings towards Isay, and balance out Isay's feelings towards each of his lovers or brides, like Akino. Rias shows a sign of dependence toward Isay, possibly lesser than the former, as Rias will lose her will to fight and lead. She developed an instinct when Isay is with an unknown woman or other girls tried to seduce him. Before her, she immediately rushed to him quickly. She holds her older brother, Serzex, in high regard despite her older brother's antics of being a siskin, because she deeply cares for him. When she was a child, she was entirely dependent on him and held him in admiration, while also feeling inferior to him at the same time. Rias loves participating in rating games, as she dreams of becoming the rating game champion by defeating the current rating game champion, Hausa Belial, with the help of her peerage, while Rias is a powerful devil in her own right, being much stronger than average high-class devils, and according to Azazel, being able to become a ultimate class devil, just on the virtue on her talent alone. Rias suffers a bit of an inferiority complex when she compares herself to her fellow rookies for colleagues, as she feels inferior to Sona as a strategist, and that she is far weaker in power than Cyraeog. However, according to Riza and Azazel, Rias has a talent for finding and recruiting talented individuals for her peerage, inspiring great loyalty and growing stronger with them, as seen in her meeting with Isay during the Azazel Cup. She was highly evaluated as a scout as she managed to recruit Crom Cruac and Vasco Strada, along with two Longinus possessors, being praised by the professional critics. She is noted to be a skilled negotiator, as she was able to convince Ross Weiss to join her peerage by offering her better working conditions and a better salary compared to her previous job in Valhalla. And while during the Azazel Cup, she was able to convince Vasco Strada to join her team after he declined all prior invitations to participate in the cup, by appealing to his warrior swordsman spirit and offering to restore his youth, without using a devil's ability, thus not violating his faith, with Strada praising her negotiating skill as a sweet devil's whisper. Rias is competitive and hates to lose, especially after losing her first rating game against Rias, as she strives to always win, whether it is in sports or rating games, due to being spoiled by her father Zioticus and her brother Cerzex from an early age. She has a somewhat impatient and selfish personality, and because of her bad money spending habit, her mother Venelana and her sister-in-law Graphia often scold her for her frivolous spending. As her mother reconsidered the amount of money she is allowed as allowance early in her childhood, she developed an instinctive fear and hatred of camels due to being hit by a camel. After making fun of it, as the fear is great enough that the residents of the Gremry territory constantly keep camels away from her. Despite the Gremry's association with camels in the Ars Gotia, due to being taught about Japan from Sugio Kita, Rias has developed an obsession with Japan, buying various Japanese souvenirs and being ecstatic while visiting Kyoto. During her school field trip, though, she became pouty and stomped at the train station. Due to being unable to fully explore Kyoto, like and subscribe for more content like this.